Hello, happy sophisticated Saturday. It feels like it's been absolutely forever since I filmed a video, probably because it has been. And I know a lot of you have been like sending me messages here on YouTube and on Instagram asking if I'm okay and what's going on. And honestly, I started taking a break somewhat unintentionally, and then it just kind of kept going. I have been so busy at work. It wasn't meant to be like I'm done with YouTube or I'm taking a break from social media or anything like that, but life just happened. And it's almost like when you exercise and then you stop exercising, it becomes really easy to just stay in that routine. So I think that was part of it. And then the other part of it was, frankly, I didn't have any time. I worked so much in the month of April that I had zero time to do really anything else other than work, take care of my family, and do like the basic things that I need to do to keep myself going. So quickly YouTube fell to the side, so did the rest of social media, but I am going to continue to make an effort to make videos because I really like doing this. And a lot of this stuff I'm just doing anyway, so I might as well film it and share it with all of you. And I don't want to say like I'm back, but I think we will see how things go. I'm trying to take on a little bit less work and find that right balance. And also I'm like over halfway through my pregnancy, so I need to kind of start to slow work down a little bit anyway. And we are just gonna do what we usually do on a sophisticated Saturday, get lots of stuff done around the house. I'm starting by prepping this like pizza dinner. I'll share a little bit more later what it is, but I need to make the dough so it can start rising, and then we need to get some stuff done around this house because there's a lot to do. This is my tried and true pizza dough recipe. I make it all the time. I love making homemade pizza. The boys in the family, the little boys and my husband included, love homemade pizza night. But I've also been trying to prep the dough and freeze some every time I make a batch of this dough because it actually freezes really well. And then when I want to make some pizza quickly or don't have something to make for dinner, this is great. I also do like little pizza roll-ups for the kids for their lunch boxes. So the dough is really versatile in the ways you can use it and the way that I used it for the recipe for dinner later tonight.
Change is gonna find me. You don't have to remind me. I'm doing nothing at all. I'm ruminating on a blank wall, but I feel stuck here in the middle. Am I one of those crazy people?
After I got the dough rising, it's back to getting some chores done around the house, and I am going to switch a load of laundry here and try to clean Jim's golf shoes. He has these golf shoes that are so incredibly dirty, and they actually have a really difficult texture to clean. I don't think I did the best job cleaning them, but I got a good start. And the first thing I try and do when I clean shoes is always get the laces out and throw them through the washing machine. So I just put them in a little lingerie bag to send those through the wash. Sometimes I will soak them in bleach or something first, give them a little scrub if I have to. But I also like to take the insoles out and just take apart the shoe as much as possible. I do some scrubbing in the laundry room sink with the laundry detergent I got from Costco. I use this for projects like cleaning shoes or our rags, but other than that, for our normal laundry, I try and use more of a clean laundry detergent, but that doesn't really matter to me when I'm cleaning something like shoes and I don't want to spend a ton of money. So having this big jug of the Costco detergent is really nice to have on hand.
Should I stay here or should I let go?
The other thing I wanted to do today was a little bit of spot cleaning. So I grabbed my spot cleaning upholstery cleaner and was working on some areas in Owen's bedroom because he had some spots here. I don't know what they were from, but I loaded it up with the cleaner, some warm water. Once I finished his room, then I wanted to run downstairs quickly because we've had some spots on our dining room chairs, which these chairs are light in color, but they actually clean up really well. They have a nice texture to them, which I think hides some of the potential stains, but in general, they just wipe off pretty well, especially with this upholstery cleaner. And I think the two chairs that I'm cleaning are the ones that Jim and I sit in, which are closest to our children, and they just get splatters from kids trying to sit on our laps or throwing food or just, I don't know, lots of inevitable things. Once that was all done, then into my office to do a little bit of baby journaling. I am so far behind. I'm literally like a full trimester behind in the pregnancy journal that I have for our baby girl. I also am trying to keep on top of Henry's journaling. He has pages to fill out every single month, and then Owen still has like a toddler book that I'm working on. His is only annual, but I like to update with silly things he's saying or photos and things like that, memories before I forget them throughout the year because it's hard to look back at a full year of a child's life and remember everything. And I truly hope my kids appreciate these, but honestly, I get a lot of joy from doing it too, and I reference back to them all the time. And I've been showing the kids these books so they know that they exist, and Owen likes looking at all the pictures and kind of, it's like reading a story about himself. So I did a lot of that, and now we're on to the next thing.
What was it they used to say?
I have been going through some of my, I pulled out the preemie, newborn, and 0 to 3 month bin and started going through some of the clothing that I have from my boys, trying to figure out if any of it's gender neutral and it can work for a girl. I think some of it, honestly, like there's so many outfit changes in those early days that I can just use stuff that's the right size and it really doesn't matter to me. But I'm obviously very excited to be having a baby girl. If you did not know that yet, I have 2 older boys. One is almost 3.5, the other one's almost 1.5. And I think it's fun to get some new stuff. And I know that I've already gotten a few baby gifts, and a lot of it is girl clothing because I think people are excited for me to have a girl and girl clothing. But also I feel like you can throw a bow with a few things and just make it look girly. This is still the pile that I wanted to go through that I wasn't sure about. I pulled out anything that I thought was like maybe gender neutral. Like, okay, this is a white little knotted gown. Obviously that works for either. There's a striped onesie that works. Tan onesie. Some of this preemie stuff is from my brother and sister-in-law. They had twin boys, so it's still kind of boy stuff, but like in case she's born early, it's kind of nice to pull these out and have them just in case. And some of these are pretty neutral. And again, like if we have a preemie, I don't need to be buying a bunch of preemie clothes if we have some already. Oh my gosh, these are so tiny. But this is more of pulling out just in case. And I know I'm doing this so early, but my mom was just telling me that there is a sale at Old Navy, and she was like, what do you need? And I was thinking, like, I don't know. I'm sure some of this stuff is going to be completely fine, but other stuff isn't. So it's nice to start to get to know what I have. I don't know, like, what do we think? Clouds? Clouds seem gender neutral. This little cute bear suit definitely is. So I'm going to keep going through this. I have a drawer of baby girl stuff, and I've started hanging some of it up in the guest room. And I'm going to get this put away, but I don't know.
What was it they used to say? Seeking you will find.
Now we're going to do a little bit of general pickup as well. Henry's room, there's always books out of place, his blanket, things just get thrown around. The kids love to play in their rooms, which that is great. That's what they're there for, and we read lots of books at night. I also wanted to try and fix his lamp. I have it on a little remote, and for some reason that just was not working, and I actually got it fixed. I was very proud of myself. And then right next to his room is the Jack and Jill bathroom with stuff everywhere as well. So I picked some of that stuff up. I've been trying to get their little cabinet here in their bathroom organized more. It's already pretty organized, but I did get a new organizer to go in there because some of the systems that I had in place just weren't working. I had some larger items that these little drawers weren't fitting very well. So I got one more organizer to put in there, and I'm gonna see what works best. And especially with a third baby coming and a girl, I don't know if we're gonna put like hair clips in here and stuff like that, or maybe I'll just keep it in her room whenever we get to the point of pulling a nursery together for her. I still have to figure out if I'm going to try and combine the boys into the same room or what I'm doing. But like I said, we're well over halfway through my pregnancy, so I need to start figuring that stuff out and getting organized. So hopefully I'll film all of those videos, doing a little bit of nesting and stuff, because that's always fun to share all of the organizational projects going on there.
Tell me, babe, where are you going? Prairie wind goes on blowing. Tumbleweed shadow, I'm tied to you. Tell me, babe, what are we gonna do? 'Cause you got me in the basket, spinning and I can't tell where to get the magic. I just gotta have it.
Time to keep making dinner. I loved this recipe. The boys, the little boys, were not as much of a fan. I think probably because the feta cheese is just a little bit strong for them. But there is feta and mozzarella and ricotta cheese in there. And the fresh eggs are so good. And then that pizza dough that we talked about earlier, delicious. And you'll see how I put it all together. It is, I don't know, I feel like it'd be good for breakfast or for dinner. We love doing breakfast for dinner, so it worked great for us for breakfast for dinner. And we gave the boys more of like the crust part, so they didn't have too much of the feta cheese portion. The other thing that I've been doing lots of, and I think I've shared this before here on YouTube, is that I've been doing lots of fruit plates and letting everyone pick from all the different types of fruits that they want, which has been really great. Sometimes I plate the fruit for the kids, but I think they like seeing that everybody can pick out what the fruit they want and add it to their plate themselves. And it seems like it wastes a little bit less, because when I put food on their plates, if they've touched it, I'm not touching it again. So it's better to just let them put what they want on their plates and grab more if they need more. So this is actually a fun plate. It had lots of different fruit. I had this pineapple that actually was not that great, but I was able to still salvage a fair amount of it. But I think it was probably something I should have cut a little bit earlier. So that is pretty much it for today's video. I'm about ready to pull dinner out of the oven, but first I need to put the eggs in, let those cook for a little bit at the very end. I'll show you what our final meal looks like, but I hope you enjoyed today's Sophisticated Saturday. I know it's been a while since we've had one. I have been filming more, so stay tuned. There will be more, but until next time, I will see you all later.